If you're a creator, coach, or digital entrepreneur, you may have felt it too. The creator economy is shifting fast. What used to work in 2020 isn't quite the same anymore in 2025. So in this video, I'm breaking down the biggest changes happening right now, the things that I'm seeing firsthand running a platform that powers thousands of creator businesses, and exactly how you can stay ahead of the curve. Let's start with the three biggest shifts that we're seeing in the creator economy this year. Number one is that audiences want outcomes, not just information. People don't want more content, they want a transformation, and we're seeing more and more content being created. It's only going to trend up now with AI and everything like that. There's going to be more content created than ever, so you don't need just content, you need to actually deliver value that's going to help somebody achieve some kind of positive outcome in their lives. And that brings us to the second point, which is that AI is leveling the playing field. In the same sense that it is helpful to allow you to create more, it's also raising the bar of the kind of minimum standard of quality that you have to be able to be competitive. And the benefit though here is you don't need a team anymore. And in fact, all the big companies are kind of scared and worried because now you as an individual creator, you have more ability and more leverage than ever to be able to use AI to create more than you ever could before. And you don't need all these teams of different people to help you be able to do that. And the third thing is that algorithms are prioritizing depth over virality in 2025. So it's not only the content that gets people's attention, but it's the content that keeps people's attention that will get rewarded. So platforms like YouTube and TikTok are going to reward content that keeps people watching longer and keeps people coming back. So we don't want to create a bunch of clickbait. You have to actually provide value, and you have to be able to create not only more content, but better content than before. So what can you do to stay ahead of the curve in 2025? Here is the roadmap. The most important thing you can do is build a brand where you truly own the content assets that you're creating. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be at the mercy of these social media platforms, because algorithms change, and really the social media platforms want you to create content so you can help capture the attention of their audience. And I say their audience because it's not really your audience. If somebody else creates content that they think that person wants to see more, if they create their own AI content and they think somebody wants to see that more, they're not going to show your content. And so all of that can change. You want to have your own brand presence and assets where you're not dependent on these social media algorithms. And the way you can do that, and the most valuable things that you can be building as a creator, are things like your own web pages, your own community where you're not at the mercy of some algorithm, and your own email list, where in these different ways, when you go to create this content, when you go to connect with your audience, you can be sure that they're actually going to see it. And you're building this ever-growing asset that is not going to be dependent on if an algorithm changes in the future. The next thing is you want to make sure you're using AI tools not only to create your content and products faster, but better than before. And if you think about it, we're really at the highest leverage moment ever for a solo creator and entrepreneur. You've probably heard people say, hey, you should delegate and learn to hire somebody so that way you can delegate these processes and you get to focus on the thing that's really your true strength, right? But if you're able to delegate a process to have AI do it exactly the way you would have done it, now you have so much more leverage, because let's say that process eventually takes more than 40 hours a week. If you were hiring people, you not only have to hire one person, now you have to hire 2 people or 3 people. But with AI, it just kind of scales indefinitely once you have AI able to help you with that. And so more than ever, it is important to figure out these repeated processes that you have in the way that you work in your business, and make sure you have those things documented, because one by one, as you get AI to be able to help you with that, you're going to be able to create better and faster than you ever have before. The third thing I would say is to focus on thinking bigger and providing real value to your customers. So don't be afraid to think of what is the clearest, most valuable transformation or outcome that you can possibly provide your customers, because not only will you continue to grow as an entrepreneur, but because of how quick AI is advancing, it's only going to help you to be able to create more than before, making what may seem crazy to do now something that is a lot more possible than you might now imagine. If you're serious about making 2025 your breakthrough year, here's the fastest way to start. With Heights platform, you can not only create entire websites, but you can use Heights AI and Heights AI Coach to help create your digital products and information products faster and better than before. And you can build a community where you have public community pages attracting potential customers through things like Google and ChatGPT, and you actually own the content. So you're building it all on your own platform under your own brand. You don't need a web designer. You don't need 10 different apps. This is the secret that modern creators are using, so they get to focus on creating in the way that they enjoy. The creator economy is evolving, but if you play it right, you can build more freedom, more income, and more impact than ever before. If you want to start building your online business under your own brand and website, click the link in the description to try Hut's platform free for 30 days. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe for more creator economy strategies.